welcome to Pro Eye YouTube. Oh my god, we are here. I can't believe it. Do you know what? I've been wanting to do this for so long, and last year we did Facebook Lives like the whole year, and everyone always used to say, oh, when are you going to do YouTube? When do you do YouTube? So do you know what? 2019 it's happening. So today we'll get straight in. I thought we'd do a little bit of a summer-winter transition for skin. So a lot of people say to me, oh, my skin's really playing up in the winter, and it's usually because they're doing exactly the same thing with their skin as what they were doing in the summer, and it's just not going to work. Our skin changes so much summer to winter in England anyway, just because we're going from really nice, usually outside, warm weather, to cold weather, to being inside with the heating on in our homes and offices and workplaces, then cold to heat, and it's going to take a massive toll on our skin. So we still want to look healthy, glowy, glam, really natural and beautiful. So I've got a few really good tips and some products that you might not have thought of. So I've already put some moisturiser on my face, so it's good to go. I would normally use primer, but I've run out. But the one that I use is NARS Radiant, it's like a radiant finish primer, but it's all gone, so I can't put any on today. I need to go and reorder some, but I know that Laura Mercier do a also like a radiance primer, and that's supposed to be amazing too, but I haven't tried it, so don't take my word for that, go try it. So I've done my, so let's pretend that I've moisturised and I have moisturised, and I've done my primer. So next thing I'm going to bob on is an illuminator. So I use these in our other Facebook Lives. I really like them. It gives you that beautiful glow, and if you're oily you can still use them. So these are two of my absolute faves. So this was the one that I used before. It's just a Revolution one. I think this is about £6. I like the rose gold one. And then this one is just a sleek one, and I'm going to use this today because it's so nice. It comes out like a pinky, like pinky pearly kind of colour. So I'm going to bob this everywhere. This is going to give us a really healthy, beautiful glow. I'm going to look really pink before I put my foundation on, but that's cool. So it goes everywhere. I don't tend to put loads on my nose because I'm an oily combi skin. That's where my oil gets the worst. So I try and not put too much. But on the cheeks and on the top and the bottom of my head is like perfect. So looking slightly pink but totally worth it. Right, so foundation wise, even though you're oily, and especially if you're dry, think about getting a more hydrating foundation or tinted moisturiser for winter. Your skin will love you for it. So my absolute favourite for winter is NARS Sheer Glow. So this is the dream. It's got turmeric in it, so it brightens up the skin. Do you know what? I used to know every single ingredient to this, but basically it's super hydrating, but it's oil free. So you can use it if you're oily and combi, you can use it if you're dry. It looks nice on every single person. I use this so much in my freelance, and it's amazing for weddings. It's got no SPF in, so I need to state this. So SPF is super important to our skin, even in winter. So make sure you're using an SPF, even if it's in your moisturiser, your primer, somewhere. I do know that primer that I recommended, that definitely has SPF in. So always wear your SPF. Don't think in winter, oh, I don't need to bother now. No, you do. You do. Right, so I've just got a little bit on the back of my hand. I'm going to use a fluffy brush to apply this. So I don't want to cake this on like a crazy person. So I always use powder brushes for foundation. For me, I feel like the foundation goes on better, lighter and more evenly spread when I use a powder brush rather than a usual foundation brush. So that's why I always use brush hair, a powder brush. So we want to get this everywhere. Don't leave out anywhere because we don't want to look crazy. So a little bit down the neck just to tie it in. So I say it's always a good idea to go and get your foundation colour tested. We tend to change slight shades as well from summer to winter if we've got a tan. So go in and ask if you could find out your shade. I wear DeVille in the NARS Shade Glow because I'm quite pale. Okay, so that's on. We're looking good. I'm happy with that. So next thing is concealer. So I haven't put any makeup on my under eye. I'm going to go in with the concealer. So again, this is by NARS as well. I know I've got loads of NARS products and I will use different ones, I swear, in other videos. Anyone else got a cough at the minute? I've had this cough for about 3 weeks. It's literally just on the tail end and I'm like, go. Anyway, so this is Radiant Creamy Concealer. Full of vitamins, nice and hydrating again, so it's not going to dry out your skin in winter. It's all about getting those vitamins back into your skin and making you look as healthy and glowy and beautiful as possible. So don't need tons of this at all. So I just bob a little bit there. I tend to get a bit of redness there, so I'm going to pop it there too. So I'm going to just take it down a little bit, then bob some on the top of my eye as well. So I'm going to blend that in. So I'm using one of our eyeshadow brushes. I use these for everything. They are the dream. And you'll be like, why is she using an eyeshadow brush to blend her concealer? It goes on more airbrushed, I feel, rather than, again, just cakey and terrible, which is like what we don't want at all. So when you feel like that is all blended in, we're going to move on to our bronzer. So you might be like, oh my god, bronzer in winter, are you crazy? No, I'm not. So we still need to add definition to our face. But again, we might not want to use powder products in winter because we're slightly drier and we want to keep that moisture and keep that really healthy glow. So I'm going to use Laguna, Liquid Laguna from NARS. NARS are getting a good old shout out today, aren't they? So shake it up well. So you can add this to your foundation as well for summer if you get a tan, which is amazing. So you can darken your foundation. I'm going to use a damp beauty blender. Grab some product and I'm going to go underneath that cheekbone and then up just around my hairline, which looks absolutely crazy right now, but I promise when we've blended it all in, this has gold running through the bronzer, which is just amazing. It just gives you that really healthy, beautiful glow. And the same on the other side. So try and bob it underneath your cheekbone, but then blend it up, don't blend it down. So you can have your bronzy cheek, that's absolutely fine, but you don't want to have like a bronzy area down here. If by any, crazy reason you do end up with the bronzer going towards your jawline, use your foundation brush just to kind of erase that and just take. So blusher time. This one is a Primark blush that I've just bobbed on So it just gives me a little bit of colour in the winter. This one is it's like more of a coral. I really like coral, just for giving me that little bit more colour. And I just feel like in the winter it's necessary. We tend to be a little bit lighter in skin tone, so this just gives us a bit more life. This is so cheap, I think it's like £1.50, and honestly, it's lasted me so long and I love it. So bob the bit of that on. And we've taken it up towards that bronzer. So next I'm going to use a cream highlighter. So this one is from Body Shop. It's so nice. So I'm just bobbing this at the top of my cheekbone. I think every brand does like a creamy highlighter now, so you can get all sorts of different colours. This one has a little bit of pink just running through, which I think is really, really pretty. So I love this, and again it's just keeping that skin really dewy, fresh, no powder. We've not used any powder at all. So you can bob a little bit underneath your brow bone, down here on our cupid's bow, and there we go, we're glowing, we're lovely, I'm happy. So I've just put some mascara on and I have put some lipstick on just to finish the natural look. I really think this is great for every day. If you don't want to look overdone but you still want to like, you've got that beautiful like glowy skin, I think these products are so good. I just wanted to tell you guys about other products as well. So you can set your makeup. So setting sprays are huge now. Every brand I think pretty much does a setting spray. And they really vary in price. So this one I use all the time. I'm freelance, I use it on weddings. Everyone says that their makeup lasts when I use this. And it's a matte setting spray, this one. And it's by W7 again, so it's so cheap. I think this is like £4, which is just crazy because it's so good, but they are quite small. Another one that I really like, especially for winter, when we are getting that little bit drier, is this one. This one's from Primark and it's a hydrating one. So this one is £4 as well. I mean, look at the size of that, it's ridiculous. But it is really, really good. They do have a glowy one as well, which is this one. Now, I'm not in love with this one. I do really like this one. I think it definitely helps when I am feeling dry and I'm having drier days. But this one, I can really like take it or leave it. But try it out, you never know, you might love this one more. But they're just such good value for the price. So that's it guys, I hope you enjoyed the winter rescue really for your face. If you guys have got any questions, then please comment, please subscribe. We're going to do tons more videos, so if you definitely want to see anything, definitely comment and I'll try and make it happen. I've got lots of ideas anyway, but I'm always happy to hear more. Thanks for watching guys.